Hello, I'm Christopher Shivock. I work for Dr. Hugh Rorty as a Geographic Information System Administrator at Rutgers University in New Jersey. Today, I will discuss a use case analysis for OceansMap, Marco Portal, and ESRI's Living Atlas. Online portals, web maps, dashboards, planners, or common operating pictures are a popular tool used in the maritime community to effectively plan, execute, and analyze daily operations. With the magnitude of maritime domain awareness tools, or MDAs, available to today's maritime planner, awareness and understanding are critical to the selection of the proper tool at the proper time. Knowing the strengths and weaknesses of particular MDAs before an event occurs can be critical to the outcome of the event. Furthermore, leveraging MDAs to work together can drastically improve watchstanders' efficiency. Specific perspectives include station and sector level watchstanders, such as officers in charge, OICs, officers of the day, OODs, command duty officers, CDOs, operations unit, OU, and situation unit, SU. The U.S. Coast Guard divides responsibility from the headquarters and area levels to the district, sector, and station levels depicted here. Each district contains multiple sectors, and each sector contains multiple stations. All sectors shown here with red boundaries comprise the 5th Coast Guard District. All of the white boundaries represent the stations within the Sector Delaware Bay Area of Responsibility, or AOR. This analysis will directly compare 3 different web-based products currently accessible by maritime planners and evaluate potential implementation strategies. I will evaluate how each tool can help each user perform their general responsibilities. This analysis is not an exhaustive comparison, but provides insight on the thought process of maritime planners at different levels of the search and rescue, or SAR, chain of command. Station small boats and boat crew personnel are designed and trained to operate in different weather conditions. The OD must know which crew and assets need to respond in certain environments. The U.S. Coast Guard distinguishes these qualifications through wind speed and wave height parameters. Users can set custom thresholds in OceansMap's stoplight feature to match their agency policies. Pictured here are 0 to 8 feet, 8 to 10 feet, and 10-foot plus wave height classifications. These match the operating parameters for U.S. Coast Guard coxswains. During the planning and approval stages of marine events, OICs are more likely to use features of the Marco Portal to highlight items like key port areas, infrastructure, and environmental management areas. Displayed here are maintained channels and anchorages, pilot boarding areas, and right whale protected areas. The Situation Unit, or SU, is primarily responsible for informing key decision makers if asset status or weather conditions will affect any response effort. OceansMap allows the SU to monitor weather parameters the same way a station OOD would, but on a much larger scale. The SU has a greater need for and awareness of forecasted weather due to the much larger response area and mission set than stations. SUs play a role in identifying if response actions will take place in hazardous or high traffic areas. The SU will use Marco Portal to better answer the question, what else happens in this location? The answer may change asset selection or actions other members of the watch team need to take. Pictured here are the locations of offshore wind turbines, danger zones, and military operating area boundaries. This may allow time to work directly with other military agencies to clear airspace before requesting permission to launch helicopters or other air assets. The Operations Unit Controller will primarily utilize the Search and Rescue Optimal Planning System, or SAROPS, to plan and execute searches. SAROPS is a highly dedicated MDA tool, but is reserved solely for SAR planning. Once the OU develops a search pattern and relays it to assets for execution, they are required to monitor progress and evaluate changes in future searches. Manual drawing in OceansMap is not as robust as Marco Portal, but users can still define their own virtual stations by clicking anywhere on the map or entering coordinates. Virtual stations allow users to track displayed data layers through time at that location. The Explore tool offers users the ability to compare data to multiple virtual stations and create plots or charts for briefs or presentations. The Command Duty Officer is directly responsible for the Sector Watch Team and answers to the Sector Commander. In doing so, the CDO must create graphics or maps that utilize any data layer that positively or negatively affected mission completion. This image from SAROPS provides visualization for a training scenario that resulted in an unreasonable search area. The OU utilized reception ranges to eliminate and define the stations responsible for the search area. After consulting with the SU for weather and potential obstacles, such as pilot boarding and right whale protection zones, the CDO briefed the SAR mission controller on recommended actions using this graphic. This brief includes information obtained from multiple MDAs and tries to compile all of the data into a single graphic. One of the biggest advantages these MDAs provide to a command center or group of watchstanders is training. Anyone at any level can use both OceansMap and/or Marco Portal to become more familiar with an area of responsibility or train new personnel on what to expect. Existing layers in Marco Portal are largely static or averages that represent past data. However, users can find predetermined boundaries or compilations of data under the Data tab. Save particular map views as bookmarks under the My Planner tab. Import new data using ArcGIS REST services, and access robust tutorials and trainings under the Help dropdown. OceansMap also offers a wide range of primarily model-driven or observed data under the Data Layers tab. Due to most of the available layers containing a time series, users can play data on the map through the time slider bar. This feature is invaluable when a trainer is stepping a new watchstander through a scenario. By modeling changes in the operating environment over time, trainers can gauge how individuals at each position will respond, adapt, and communicate what is happening. The ESRI Living Atlas contains many useful products, but does not lend itself as easily to real-time planning in the maritime domain. This is not to say the maritime community cannot use the Living Atlas for planning various events. However, if a user has access to GIS software, time, and moderate experience, then they can create robust custom layers or maps to enhance preparedness or response actions. In conclusion, Marco Portal and OceansMap are capable maritime planning platforms. Neither program requires much GIS or mapping experience to get started, but it is increasingly beneficial when adding layers or user-defined data to the map. While both platforms exhibit similar characteristics, Marco Portal appears better suited for past and future uses. Conversely, OceansMap appears better suited for present or ongoing issues. This is a generalized categorization based on the initially available data when users first access the platforms. ESRI's Living Atlas is best suited for custom layer creation and future events. It requires a moderate level of experience and an ArcGIS online account for best results. Thank you for this opportunity to present, and if you have any questions, please email me at cpshivock@marine.rutgers.edu.